All right, fellas, we are going to begin campaigns for North Africa. I am going to do the Italian scenario, which takes us from, what is that, September to February. So it's 20 turns. It's actually more than 20. It's going to be 60 because there's upstage. There's 3 upstage stages per turn. I got a lot going on. My contractors upstairs. They're doing some construction, so it's going to be a little noisy. Be coming back and forth. And then, yeah, I got to start college tomorrow, so that's going to be fun. Love going back and learning new stuff. So trying to get as much as I can get done with doing this video. So let's take it slow. I'm relearning the rules again. I'm trying to get it all sunk into my head. So we are playing the game and we are not playing the rule book. Yeah, so let's go to sequence of play and see what's going on. Okay, so let me get to page. Okay, here we go. I should get my other book, because my other book I paid somebody to put all the corrections in the book, so I don't have to go back to this errata sheet. Another thing, I haven't done my spreadsheets. I was working on them. I just been too busy to get to them, so I'm gonna play using this for now and leaving notes so I can go back to my spreadsheets when I do put them together and make any corrections and additions on there. There was someone I spoke to. Hopefully, I was hoping that he can take care of it, but he was too busy. And I offered, I think, $500 to $1,000 for someone's time to put together my spreadsheets. I had a sample for them to use, and they can just take it and I think there's 30 divisions on one side and 20 something on the Commonwealth. I forgot. In any event, let's get to the game. So with the starter scenario, before we get into sequence of play, I had to allocate Naval. I had to do an Axis Naval to supply, roll for supplies, which I did. So I have supply coming in. I have 8,000 tons, which is about 2,000 ammo points that are going to be on. I have fuel, 1,000 tons, which will give me 8,000 fuel points. Water, the same thing, and we have stores coming in. Now, there's only a few lanes that we can use in the game for the first turn, or the first couple of turns. So basically, the shipping lanes that I can use will be shipping lane 2, shipping lane 3, and 6. So what I'm going to do is Tobruk, their capacity that they can hold is about 1,700 tons. However, there's a ship that's sunk that only allows me 70%. So 70% of that is only going to allow me to have about 1,050 tons. So I'm sending that to, I'm going to have stores that are going to go to that one. So I'm going to send some ships then to Tobruk, and the rest are going to go to Tripoli. So that is my predetermined Naval. Now we're gonna do another one because you do one every game turn. So basically, I have to do one for October, which would be, where is that? It would be here. I'll set that up. All right, so let's start up in the beginning. Initiative. So the Italians get the initiative first for game turn 1. So we will decide what we want to do. So we're set already for that. Strategic planning. Here's where we will set up our air to do things. Our land unit's going to be set aside to do land, and we will mark anyone who we want to do strategic air missions for. Now, with the first, the Italian scenario, in the first game turn, the Italians or the Axis do not have, we don't have planes in North Italy. Not North Italy. We don't have planes in Sicily and in, where is the other place? And we need that to do flights over at Malta. So let's look at this again. Again, let's take it slow. Here it is. So Italy and Sicily and Crete, we do not have planes there. So I can't fly out any planes to Malta for a Malta mission. So the Malta mission for the Axis is not going to happen. However, the Commonwealth can set up their planes to do recon, to see if they can find my naval ships. So they have to decide which lane they're going to try to do their recon on. And so the way it works, they have planes that they have to figure out where they're going to reach. So what they do is, let's say I have ships going in lane 2. They have to say, okay, I'm flying from wherever to Benghazi, and then from Benghazi to the lane so Benghazi is 100 flight points to get to shipping lane 2. So you got to add up both points, and if you're within that range, then you can then get to that shipping lane. So most of the planes are going to be in Malta that can fly out. Anyone over here, they're never going to reach. It's just way too far. So right now, I forgot to set up the planes for Malta. So let's just see for a minute. Did they give us the planes for Malta? I know they did. Bear with me. Yes. So they do have okay. So they're gonna fly out their ships, and what they have, their ships, their planes. This is what they have in Malta. So they have 12, and they have Hurricane. Now, can the Hurricanes, which ones can do recon? Because only the planes that can do recon can spot. I'm gonna have to get back to this part. I have to familiarize myself with this. So on this turn, I'm not gonna do anything with attacking the ships, but definitely I will be more prepared when we do the October delivery. We'll have ships and planes and cap and all that all settle out. So for this one's gonna get through, so we're not gonna do any strategic missions at all. So all that's gonna be skipped. I'm gonna jump into, which another thing I have to do is I'll print this out, the sequence of play, and I'll have it underneath the glass. All right, so initiative is done. We're not doing Malta, we're not doing strategic, Malta raid. Let me now roll to do a new convoy. So we're gonna set up the convoy for October. And this part here, we're not gonna do because this is for the one that's coming in now. So let's do this now. So let's find out. And this is how it works. Okay. It is, well, it will be for October. We're in 1940. October is going to be B. We go over to B. So we get 7,000, and we have to roll one dice times the 1,500. All right, so let's roll one dice. Let me get a dice over here. Okay. And that is a 5, 5. So we have 1,500, 5, 0, 0, 25, 7, 5, 0, 0. So 7,500 plus 7,000. So 14,500 would be the tonnage coming in for October. So let me make a note. Naval, Convoy, all right, so I'll figure out what to bring in next time, and I will mark that down with this. I'll mark it with this. Tells me I have something coming in. All right, so that is done. We are finished. So next up is gonna be stores. Okay, so the first scenario, the beginning of the scenario, everyone already expended stores. So we are good. And now we start with the first op stage. So the Italians will go first. We're gonna do weather. So let's check for weather. It is, let's see here. Yeah, my book is falling apart, as you can see. Weather, here we go. So we're here. I need one more dice. The red is the tens. $43. So 43 is gonna give us normal. No, hot. So we are hot. And let's mark that over here. Okay. So I noticed something, what happens is that you expend more water when it's hot. So we'll get into that after. So we did weather. So weather was adjusted, now organization. All right, so we distribute water. We reorganize, so we attach or detach, assign reinforcements, replacements. So let's see if we have any reinforcements coming in for this turn. Let me check. Now this is for both players, by the way. So both players are doing all of this. All right, so reinforcements. Let's check the access player first. Do I have any planes? Let's see, nothing for planes. Okay. How about for units? Why don't I just look on this map? It's even easier. No. So nothing there. And for they get armor. That's it? Nope. So we're good. All right, so we're not going to attach anybody. I'm not going to detach anyone either, not right now. Attrition, so we're good, no need to worry about that. Construction, do I want to build something? Do I want to build a supply dump? No, not going to do anything. This is construction, continuing. Training. We do have units that are being trained, so that is for the Commonwealth. They're right now in Cairo. Supplies in the same hex, land units may distribute at this time. So that's when your trucks have them and they unload and load. So nothing there. Tactical segment. Okay, so there was a rule that I noticed. This is tactical shipment. So what this is, tactical shipment. So this is coastal ships that move along the coast. But this in the rule book states that it comes at during the truck convoy stage, which would be over here. That's where this gets moved. It is not here, based on the rule book that it states. So I'm not going to do anything until I get more information on that, because the rule book contradicts this sequence of play. Next thing is Naval. So our Naval is going to arrive. So the first Naval, this stuff arrived in Tripoli and also in Tobruk. So of this amount of stores arrived in Tobruk. So what I have to do is put you on top of this. Can you see if I put you on top of this? Oh, this would be perfect. Let's see if I can always have this in a place for the camera to be at. Oh, I guess not. Oh well, okay. Well, let me put this in there. So Brooke is gonna get 1,050, so, of stores. All right, so Brooke gets that, and Tripoli will receive let's do some math here. 5, 6, 6, 4, 1,050. Or 614. So Tripoli is going to receive 4614, 2,000. 2,000. Fuel 8,000. And water 8,000. So 2,250. $3,864. 13,000. All right. So that is done. All right, so we took care of all of this. We took care of all of this. Commonwealth player assigns his ships to any sea or coastal hex armored purpose. We're going to leave them in Alexander until we figure out where we want to move them later. Now we do the air phase. So we can set up missions of what we want to do. And what I'll do is take you guys to, we can look at the map. so it's a lot easier to see. So we got all the Commonwealth over here. We're in Egypt. Egypt is right from here over Libya. And so our air bases, what I did was, anywhere I have a blue dice, that means there's an SGSU, where it has the ability to have planes. The reason why I put this here is so I know that there is an airbase with an SGSU underneath it. If it has a green dice, like so, it's an airbase there, but it doesn't have an SGSU. So, let's see over here. Now, we can't fly out of here because we have a unit adjacent to us, an enemy unit. So we have to deal with this guy. I do have units here. And so we want to take out these guys. What do we want to do? What kind of missions we have? So I'll show you what I did with my paperwork on that part. Let me put you guys down. Bring this over here. I need one pencil on this side as well. So we're in map C. This here is the 20th SGSU. I'll just call it SGs. So this is the 20th. It has available 2 BA-65s. Not gonna do much. These other units right here in 3019, which is this unit here, we have 6 SGSUs, so they're handling the CR-42s. So we have 8 active, but we cannot do anything for now. So I have to see, I think we get units from this one, and they are the 4218. So 4218, which is right here. So 4218, why don't I have any planes there? That's odd. I must have missed that one. All right, so we're gonna have to then go up. We're gonna have to go to this guy here. So that 4 represents all of these. So I have plenty in there. All right, so let's do that. So 4507, 4507. That's not gonna cut it. I can drop bombs on him. So the SM-79, SN-79. No, I need fighters. All right, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go in cold. I don't have any fighters that can go and help out. might send the BAs. They're gonna get slaughtered, but hey. All right. Let's send some bombers without any escorts. We'll do that. So, and by the way, we have to show a path of where we're coming from. So if I do 4218, if I come from there, again, we don't have any planes there. I don't know why I have this like this. $41.19. Oh, I can. I'll bring guys from here, actually. So what I want to do is dislodge this guy. And that's what we're going to do. And these guys are 4419. 4419. No. 4807. All right. I'm going to bring 6 BA 88s. And so how I do this is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to do here. All right. So they're going to do bombing. So these 6, we're going to do 6. And the hex is going to be 30. 30, 20. Yeah, 30, 20. C, 30, 20. So I'm gonna bring that, make it nice and light so I can erase it. So that's my mission for that. And then I'm gonna bring in some 6 escorts. So we're gonna escort these guys. So we're gonna do 6, C, 30, 20. I'm just gonna do this one air mission. Keep it light for now. Knock off the rust that we have. What I will do is I will place units on scramble. So I will place these guys on scramble here. Let's see. 4419. I'm going to place these guys here, unscramble. That's these guys here. So we're going to go unscramble. And all that means is anyone within range of them, they can roll, and depending on the distance, it'll let me know if they can make a scramble or not. So you have to place units on scramble to scramble. You cannot have it that they just take off and attack or intercept the enemy. You got to place them on scramble. And if you wanted to do night scramble, you have to also note night scramble. So you have daytime scramble, night scramble. This is daytime scramble. All right, so that is the access. Let's see what the Commonwealth does. Now, the Commonwealth doesn't know what I'm doing. Everything is done secretly, and then they place them out. So no one really knew if I was attacking here. So I'm gonna pick a different place for the Commonwealth. Let's see what they want to do. I'm trying to get you guys in a good spot. What does the Commonwealth want to do? They have these airfields here. So what can they do? The 30th, he's got Glads. Take this over here. So Glads are gladiators. So he has 6 gladiators that can leave from here. And gladiators have a range of 44. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So he can reach all his men at the front line. So we can do escorts. What is 55? What is he? So 55 is also Glads. So we have 12 active. We have 6 active Glads. We have something here. That is Hex 3714. 3714 Glads. All right, so we have a larger amount of units back here. Here's where our bombers are. So our bombers are back here. Let me zoom in. So this one here is number 1. That represents all of these SGUs. So each one of these has a squadron. So let me just check what they have flying out of that. They are 3212. 3212. So we have Bombay. We have, what is that standing for that I wrote? 3212. Sutherlands. So we have Sutherlands that can reach. they have a bombing factor of 9. The Bombay has a bombing factor of 10. They can go out 88 hexes. So they can make it, because let me see. Alexandria. By the way, there are shortcuts to this, so you don't have to count hexes all the time. So what they have is you can you can use this. So you can say, okay, we're by Alexandria. Here we go. Oh, I take that back, it's over here. So we have this, and then if we wanted to fly, let's say to, Bardino. $62. So we know easily we can fly 88 to here, because Padilla is up there. All right, so I think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna fly the Bombays and attack. So I have 12. And then I'm gonna need escorts. All right, let's do this. This is perfect. We're gonna do this. I'm gonna keep it small. We are gonna do 6 escorts. And we're going to attack 3920. And we're going to send the Bombays. We're going to send out 6 to 3920. Okay. All right, so what I'm doing here is I'm gonna fly out 6 of the Bombay, which is this. So out of the 12, 6 of them are gonna fly. We are flying from there, and we're gonna attack the second Libya. We also took escorts from here that are helping out. And those escorts are the gladiators, which we got them right here. Okay. So we set up our missions. Now, remember, I have scramble. So I have to count the hexes to the target. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And by the way, I was supposed to say, what is my path taken? And what you have to do is you have to say, for instance, this one here, I went along this path. And then when I got to, I think it's right here, right? I went up. And the best way I figured out how to do this, I'm gonna use these here. So let's say So I'll do something like this. Not that. Where is it? I figure I'll do something like this so it can help out. So I'll show my path and then going up. The reason why you want to do this, because if I had, let's say, anyone on scramble here, they can then come out here and intercept this unit. This is why you have to show your path. Because wherever your air bases are, you might have scramble and they can come out and attack those planes on that path if they're within range. All right, so let's go back to this one. So these units here were on scramble. What I had is, let's look at this. So that's the 84th. So let's look for the 84th. So the 84th, I have the CR-32s. So how do you do scramble? Well, there's a scramble chart. And we count the hexes to see if I'm successful. Let's find that chart. Here we go. Now I said we were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's 5. So what we do is we're 5 hexes away. I have to roll a 4 or less. And if I do, then it's successful. So let's get out the original SPI map. So, small dice is a dice. 2, so we are successful. So I had, on the 84, I had 4 to scramble. So I'm able to have 4 fighters come into that hex. And we have a fight. So let me just check over the sequence of play, make sure we're not missing anything. Because the first thing we did, we set our missions. We flew our missions. Now we resolve air-to-air combat if there's any. So we'll do air-to-air combat. After air-to-air combat, we'll do flak. So let's start. We'll start with this one up here. And so I put together like a little sheet to quickly write down anything. So they have, the Italians that is, they have no, they have pilots, but they're not rated. They were all rated 0. As for Commonwealth, the Commonwealth units that are flying from there, nope, they have 0 pilots too. So they have 6 pilots and we have 4. So the way it works is that the one who has the least amount is the defender. So the Commonwealth is going to have their planes attacking our planes. So let's do this. So what I did was I put together one of these quick sheets. And so what I'll do is I put my to hit numbers here. So we're going to be here, and the Commonwealth will be, they're going to line up here, and then they have 2 more left, and then they can put the other 2 here. That's what I think I'll do. And so let me put my to hit numbers there. We got to figure out the calculations and all that stuff. So we have, and where's my pad? So we have CR 42s, not CR 42, CR 32. The attack is crappy. Their attack is going to be, they have attack air of 3. So put that out. So they have attack air of 3. Commonwealth, they're glads. They have attack air of, oh, they're worse. I didn't know that. They have attack air of 2. All right, so then it's just gonna be, it's a +1, -1. So now let's see next their maneuverability. We are 25 for the Italians, and the Gladiators are a 27. So that's 2 in the favor of the Gladiators. Let's see what that does. So they're gonna get 1 added to them. So this becomes now a 0, and this becomes a 0. Now we go to, that's it. So we are both sitting on the 14. So we each need a 14 to hit. Let me just mark this down. So the way it's gonna go, I'm gonna roll. Now, since I have to check who rolls first, because of we're tied and the hit, so I gotta check what it is, and then we'll roll first, and then they'll roll next. So let me just really quickly find out who goes first on that part. Where the air ties. Okay. Cap. Scramble. Alright, so it's the attacker then. So the way it works is if the tack air, the lowest tack air would fire first. But since they're at a 0, then the one with the higher pilot rating would fire first. But they're all both at 0. So now it goes to the attacker, now would fire first. So they will fire first. We're going to fire all our shots. Oh, we can just do this one at a time. That's basically what it is. So I'll show you right here. So it's not simultaneous. So if Commonwealth shoots this down before they can shoot back, so they're going to have 3 planes that are going to fire. So I'm going to roll 3 times. I have to roll a 14. 25, nope. 26, nope. 41, no. So, oh, I take that back. 14, actually. I forgot the 1 is that. So 14 we roll. So they shot down. They shot them down, so they're gone. So they don't get to shoot. Now the next one. Again, it's Commonwealth firing first. 35, no. Now we'll fire back. The Italians will fire back. 43, nope. So now again, Commonwealth, 26, nope. 22, nope. 42, nope. And they're gonna fire 56, no. So only 1 kill. So they were killed. And the way now it works is, let's say that the Axis had more fighters. Whatever's left over of the fighters that are more, and then the Commonwealth, they will go after the bombers. But since it is the Commonwealth that has the bombers, their bombers are not going to be touched, and the bombers are going to go through, and these guys are going to go back home. So, missing 1. So I'll make a note that 1 was killed, and they now become non-fitted. So we have 11 and 1 killed. And you roll to see if you recover, by the way. There's a roll to see if you recover your planes and your pilot. But I'm not going to do that here. But there is a spot in here that you do that for. All right, so let's now look at flak. So they are attacking 2nd Libya. And we're going to check to see if we have any flak. I believe we do. We are, I don't think we can do anything. 75, 27, nope. We do not have. So there is no flak that's going to be fired on them. So the Bombay, they're going to drop their bombs. They have 6. Not Bombays, what am I talking about? Yes, the Bombays, that's correct. They have 6 of them. And their bombs are, what did I say, 10? Yes. So that's gonna be a 60. So let's see what they do. 60. $21 on a 60. 60, 21. Just one. So here's what we're looking at. Bombing points 60, so 41 to 80. We roll the 21. A 21. 1 battalion is pinned. So we'll pin 1 battalion in there. So get the pin marker. And we'll mark it down. So I know. So these can go back. Let's zoom out. All right. These guys go back as well. That's for that mission. I still have one more other mission. So I just want to make a note. And let's use these. This is much easier. All right. And here are my notes, so I can add on to my spreadsheets. Lost 1, CR 32, and 2 lib. 1 battalion pin. Okay. Now over here, this one was, no one did any scramble, anything like that. So my planes are gonna go back, my fighters. And then we have bombers. The bombers I had for that, and that was marked it down. So the BA-88s, we had 6 of them. So 6 of those. $1166. So you have 66. Gonna drop down on this guy. $53. So 53. that's also going to be a 1. So that's also 1 pin. Okay, so this guy's pinned because he's a battalion ready, as you can see. So he's pinned. No. And they didn't have any AA capability, but I'm going to check. Let me just double check, just in case. The 7th. No, it does not. Does not. Okay, just wanted to make sure. All right, so he is pinned there, which is great because I'm going to free it up. Now we go to a sequence of play. Let's see what we have next. So air, flak mission complete. Everything gets sent to base. And then we get to refit our planes, but I can't refit until op stage 2. So whatever flew, that's it, that's where they are. But I do have to fuel them and give them ammo next time around. So nothing's gonna happen right now with the planes, so the planes are completed. So we could put the planes away. And we're jumping now into movement phase for the initiative player. So it's going to be movement and combat. Let me do this over here. So we're going to do movement and combat. But first, do I want to put anyone in reserves? I'm not going to put anyone in reserve. I'm going to leave it the way it is. And we're going to move our units. Let's see what I want to do. So let's look at this. Trying to get you away from that light. I got 2 lights that are on my above me. If I put you higher, that would be good. Let me get you something. All right, that works. All right, so what I want to do here. I'm bringing lighting down to here. What do I have in here? I have artillery regiment, artillery battalion, and garrison. garrison over here. I might break off somebody to help out here, because I want to bring these two guys here. So let's break off. Let me get out the militias. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to break off. I'm going to break off brigade, not a brigade, a regiment from this. So when you do that, it costs you 1 CP. So since it's not a movement, I use these. That way I know they didn't waste any fuel. So they wasted 1 CP, and they wasted 1 CP to do that. So this unit here is strong enough to take this on. So let's do this. He's going to go along the trail. That's going to cost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, so I know I spent 7 moving, 1 for detaching. That's 8. The maximum they can spend is 15. 10 without taking any cohesion hits. As soon as they start going over 10, for every 1 is a cohesion hit. But I can't go more than 15 voluntarily. So, like if he gets into an attack, let's say he was at 15, and he gets into an attack where he's defending and he has to retreat, you have to expend CP when you retreat. I will just keep getting a cohesion hit against myself, but I can go over to 15 because it wasn't voluntary. So again, I have 10 right. I have 8 here, and if I make an attack, it's going to cost me 5. If I make a probe, which is less, I don't have enough guys to do a probe. Yeah, we're going to stay there. All right, so I'll probably make an attack after. So that's 1. These guys here. No, they don't. They can react. As soon as I bring him down, they can react and get out of there, which that's what I'm going to do, because if they don't have a zone of control on them, you have to have 2 or more, I believe, to have a zone of control. Let me just double check that. I know I'm correct on that. Zone control 10. All combat units units above battalion. Example, more than one stacking point. All right, so you have to have more than one stacking point. So you gotta have more than one stacking point. As you can see, this unit has a stacking point of 1. This one has a 0. All right, so we'll still do it anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. Oh, I forgot. I have to do breakdown points. Shit. This is why I need other counters. He came from here, so that's 2, 4, 8. So we have 8. Can I use eek? 8. All right, I'm gonna have to write it down. I have to find number counters. So Milady, 8 breakdown. And 5 Libyan came from there. 1, 2, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 14. 14 break. 5 Libyan. Okay. So they're done. They're done. They're going to react. And we'll react after. Actually, we'll react now. So it costs 2. You don't pay to break off, by the way, when you're doing a reaction. So he's going to spend 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So he spent 7 CP. Now remember, when it's their turn, they already spent 7 of their CP. So it's not like they get reset when it's their turn. Because this is supposed to be happening like simultaneous at the same time. All right, so they have to stop. They can't go anymore. They ran away. We'll take these guys. 2, 4, 2, 4, 6. 2, 4, and 6. And his breakdown was 4, 8, 12. So he has a 12 breakdown. And who is that? 12 breakdown. And that is 62 more. they will back up. The reason why they can also react, I almost forgot, if you're non-motorized, you cannot do reaction. You have to be motorized. So we're gonna back up and get out of there. That's 2, 4, 6, 8. 9. I forgot I have to do breakdown for them too. Shit. So 9. So 9. And their breakdown is 4, 8, 12, 16, 18. On RTR 18. And these guys came from here. So he did 4, which would be 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Oops, this is more actually. What is that? That's rough is 3. So this is actually going to be 8. So it's 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 16. So 16 for that one. 2 rifle. Okay. This whole thing's going to be moving 2, 4. 2, 4. And this is going to be 16. Or is that 8? 2, 4. It's 8, actually. So 4 CP expended and 8 breakdown points. So we check for breakdown. We'll roll for our breakdown after I do all my movement. They will get out of here. Let's see. Yeah, we'll pull back. So we're gonna do 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 6. For these 2. And he came from here, so that's gonna be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12. First Royal, 12, and the other one, 3 RHA. Is also 12. All right. We're going to leave this guy here while he recoups that pin. We'll take this guy. What's underneath this? Oh, we have this guy underneath. It should have been on top. And we'll stop here for, it will cost us 1. So it's just going to cost us 1 to move there. As for breakdown points, it's half, because I'm on the trail, it's half. So that would usually cost us 4, so it's only going to cost us 2. So first Libya is 2 breakdown. So it's 2 breakdown points for them. If we go here, we can take that road. So we can go here and here. Why don't we do that? And the road, you gotta use the slowest unit, and my slowest unit is gonna be legs. So I have to use the slowest movement. What does that say? 6. Okay. So it's going to cost us 1. This is going to be 1, and we're going to go to here for 2. So we wasted 2 CP. So 2 CP was wasted, and we took the road, and the road is halved. Let's see, for breakdown. So it's half. So this is half 1. So 1 breakdown point for 63 seer. 63 seer is 1 breakdown point, which is not gonna happen. Nothing's gonna happen with those. All right, so all these guys are done. I want to get these, the 1 CC, and okay. If we go 1, 3, 5. Let's do this again. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. Let's bring them up. So that costs 11 to get there. won't be able to fight. But these two can resolve the attack. Actually, I have to attack if I get adjacent, so we'll have to do a soak off. But since they'll do the soak off, then I'm fine. So 11, and I came from here, so that costs 2, 6, 10, 14, 18, 22 breakdown points. 1C 22. I don't know, you might break down some trucks or stuff. Okay, let's see here. That's gonna cost me because there's no trail. Or is there a trail? Yeah, there is. That's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So let's get to 12. All right. 12. Let's see.
I put the plywood here, so it's good? In the garage.
In the garage, you
Please,
need?
can you open the door, please, the garage?
I'll open the door. I'll open the door.
Sorry.
Alright, contractors. So that's 12. Alright guys, we're gonna end it here and we'll come back.